Greetings everyone, it's Lodrik and this is the Game 1, the Pacific Advanced Edition. This is my PBEM match against Xargun. He's the Allied commander and for me it is the Empire of Japan. This is scenario 1 on game version 26B. It was in at stock, no modifications, and we arrived at the 23rd 42. And I hope I can maybe find some more ships at Melbourne, or my hunter groups at Tahiti or Karachi, Bombay would be a little more successful. Or one of my many submarines could find something. This month was very active and successful the 1st of June with a big carrier clash and a victory for Japan, but after that there was simply nothing more. So I need a little more success stories. But so far I only find here a yacht patrol, so short range submarine hunter near San Diego, but no activity. At least my naval bombers find and detect and also attack submarines at Rockhampton and Novaya. That is working. And we have here air clash finally with Flying Tigers. This time I'm sweeping with the main body. So let's see how well my well-trained Oscars can handle P-40s. The P-40 have advantage of protection and firepower. A little faster, but the Oscar is simply much maneuver. It's much easier for the airplane to maneuver and be behind the enemy. And 2 heavy machine guns are maybe not a lot, but for I think a fighter engagement this is okay. To damage the enemy fighter and force them to return, that is still already enough. And if you come behind, then you have much better chance to kill the airframe. So I would say well done. And I sweep it at 15,000. You don't really need to sweep at high altitude because if you go over 20,000 you have this additional fatigue for airframe and pilots, so I don't see a need for this. And at 15,000 this airframe is unstoppable in maneuver values. So use the best advantage in altitude for each airframe and not only copy paste everything. I would say, but depending of course what the enemy is. So I bomb here everything what is in clear terrain, or what is at least possible for me to attack. Also some support attack against army, but that is really only a sideshow and the numbers of aircraft is too small. This is a Russian attack here, or Chinese Russian. I ignore them. No need really to do anything. So this was my carrier fleet. I sailed southeast, a little more away from Melbourne to avoid detection. To be more or less again in a spot with uncertainty for Xargun, that he don't know where I am. I was also hoping that maybe I can lure out his forces and fight out of range of his land-based aircraft. So, my army is on the way to Chengdu, and I crash the outside army, whatever this was. If this was a reinforcements army, no, it is a destroyed army. So the way to Chengdu is open for me. And I finally can destroy here this Chinese mountain troops. Finally. All four of them. So this story is now also over. Of course, in 1 month, Xargun gets his 4 units back in I forgot. Chongqing. But this doesn't matter really for me. I only want to get my rear clean and have a good, easy flow of supplies. That is more important for me. 4 more Chinese units will not really have any impact. And half of them are HQs. Good, so we had a small air battle with a, I would say, victory for me. I killed 3 P-40s and I lost none of my Oscars. And there was a top, on top there was a Catalina by ops losses. But I also lost a long-range search airplane, flying boat, and a medium bomber, but both ops losses. But one of the pilots is dead. Which one is now dead is hard to say because I don't know where. I could now, of course, maybe I check first the sinking ships. No, nothing. So if I check here, I can maybe find the pilot who was dead. Pilot killed in landing accident. The flying boat. Yeah, okay. Can happen. Pity. So there's still 1 unit here, or 2 units coming back out of the mountains, I must care, and this 1 unit. Okay, but question of time. This unit crossed again the river, so my tanks will, well, try to clean it up. This is already a broken unit, I don't expect anything. My army is here. Well, I can now walk on Chengdu and try to take the city. At the same time, I block the direct supply path and the connection between Chongqing and its northern base in Kinko. But well, it's only to make the supply situation more worse for Xargun. My battleship formation is also reaching now my cruiser task force. Both are undetected. Okay. But I also didn't detect any convoy here at Karachi, so I don't know what happens here. The other action or task force hunter group here at my carriers, there is still detection on my carriers, unluckily. So my cover force is undetected, but the carriers are detected. And there looks like no attempt from Xargun to force my carriers to battle. Of course, he lost 4 carriers, so I don't know what is left here in Australia. And at Tahiti, or east of Tahiti, my cruiser formation is still undetected. I don't detect anything, so maybe it's time to, come back. Maybe there's nothing really these days, I don't know. There was an activity here with my submarine. I have here plenty of submarines operating at Santiago, Los Angeles, San Francisco, trying to intercept anything, but not really so successful. At the same time, I have here a lot of allied submarines around roughly Rockhampton. I attack them every day, once, twice, 3 times, but I hear no sinking sound. The submarines are still in position, so I would guess that if there was a hit, it was not critical or not enough. Same here at Nomaya. But overall, a good turn, but nothing game changing. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.